What's up guys, it's me Jack, and today we are sort of back in Transport Fever 2. So today I want to sort out this situation between the debt, because like apparently all of this is stuck, all of that is all having problems right now. So what I think I need to do is adjust the way the freight line works. So what I'm going to have to do, it'll cause a lot of disruption between cargo and all that. I am going to have to delete a lot of trains. I have to delete all the freight trains. That's not a freight train. That's not a freight train. That's not a freight. Is that all? What the heck? Right, so I've got a lot of money to work with because I sold all my trains. So what I will have to do is delete pretty much the entire thing here. So should I move the depot? I don't know. Because again, somehow the bloody, like, again, there was more traffic developing going on. Why is construction not possible? Alright, let me just bring that back. Right. Right, okay, I need to delete these signals here. Right, I'm gonna delete this junction. I'm doing this bit here. There we go. And then that. I think the best thing I could do to make it like less disruptive is kind of basically build a bridge over it, and if I want to join the main line I could just build another branch that joins onto here to cause way less disruption between trains and stuff. So yeah, I might actually at this point I might delete this. I might need to delete these two trains here because they don't space apart properly. So yeah. So what I did off camera earlier was kind of do the same thing as what I did to my passenger services. So like that. And then I'm going to delete this line. So basically what I'm going to do just in this small video is revamp the entire freight lines and stuff. So it like there's no proper issues going on. And if this was history, that would be shown as history. So yeah, that's kind of a cool thing to look at because it's history. Like there used to be a train like there. Honestly, similar. Like, there's been a lot of stuff going on in Barnsley similar to this. I think there would be freight removals and all that, so yeah. Right, okay, I'm deleting that. So, right. Right, okay, so we've got this bit here. Right, I think we've got all of our elements removed here, so this is going to be redone, revamped, and hopefully no traffic issues and all that. So yeah, right. I think even my depot may need removing. I might have to put the depot somewhere else. There we go. So this is a whole other revamp. So what I'm going to do is, since this is connected with that, I'll need to link this. But what I want to sort of do first is just expand this bit here. So I think what I'm thinking in mind is to do a double track going through all of that. I think some other parts may need double tracks as well though. Will that need removing? I'm removing that crossing. Okay, I did not mean to delete that line. 60. Like that. And then delete. Right, okay. So, what is my idea of this? So, I think I'm gonna just kind of continue on that double track all the way until we actually hit the iron ore zone. And then, well, I am still gonna have a couple freight lines on the passenger, but I might do something different. I actually don't know, actually. It's quite a tricky decision. Right. This game makes me think, like, what do I do? So, right, like as I was saying, I was going to expand this track, which is 60 as well. Since it's going to be my main line, I'm going to make this a bit of a 75. Now, I'm going to kind of up the speed a little bit. I need to kind of make it safe, you know, like not so busy, chaotic and all that. We might even need to make even separate lines of freight. Kind of all that. I'm gonna keep this thing the same here, so I'm still gonna keep 75. This time it's gonna be a full-on double track line. I'm going to delete a lot of this line. Okay, so I'm gonna continue that on. Right, and then I'm gonna add a bit of a crossover like that, and then kind of do something like that, and make that 75, drawing along this track here. So making it like that, and this bit here is going to go towards the iron ore zone, which is for some reason freaking 75. Why is that bit 75? That needs to. I'm downgrading the speed here. That's a bit much. That's a little bit much. So this won't disrupt some of our lines. so that will also kind of be good. So the only time I will use the passenger line is if when we're going from the fuel in the food factory to Halifax, and then when we'll have to go to Wilcombe or Easingwold, we can use this bit of hub right there, kind of like that, you know. So yeah, then I'm going to keep going 75 and actually no, decrease the speed to 50 miles per hour. And then kind of right, so I think after that I can actually remove this bit here. I can remove that. Like that, and then it will probably join to this line here. But I don't think to cause too much disruption, I don't think. So yeah, so 50 miles per hour, like that. I'm removing them signals. Like that. So yeah, we got this bit here. That's perfectly done like this. And then that will not cause much of a bit of a triangle mess, sort of like that. And I don't think we'll need, do we need that anymore? Yeah, I think we'll still need that for, you know, to basically, you know, turn trains all around and something like that. We might not need that anymore. I could probably use that to make it go this way. I think that's kind of what I can do with that. So there we go. See, I think I will still let a couple freight trains use a passenger, but not every freight train going this way. That's a bit of a mess. So yeah, I'm obviously using that separate line. And then the iron ore's connected. Actually, not really. It needs to go to the steel factory. So the next thing I'm going to do is kind of basically, I'm going to do a 30 mile an hour bit of curve there. And then do a bit of a funny crossover. So here I can do that. Well, that kind of does that here. What the heck? Alright. I guess that's not working for some reason. Let me try again. What? Alright, let me do this again. I'm going to do 25, I think. It's better. Right, 25. It could go like that. Basically, and then I can link this like that. So I think two lines are well, one line actually. Just this line here. So I need to connect it now to the tools factory. So I'm gonna actually turn that to a 45. Actually, no, I'll just do 40 miles per hour coming out of that. Should I still do a bit of a crossing though? Well, that's still, would that be a problem? I actually don't know. It's a bit of a tricky decision. It's quite a hard decision to make. Should I still do a crossover? I think I will. I don't think it's going to cause much of a mess. I don't think that's even the main cause of this. I don't even think that caused any problems. So yeah, I'm going to add signals where there. Like that. I think that should be okay. And then I'm going to add a signal there. And then sort of a signal there. So 2 lines should be sorted now. There we go. So yeah, that's kind of a neat kind of lining that. So yeah. So I'm gonna kind of add the depot back in for actually no, do 15. Wait, okay, let me put my depot down here. Kind of the same like as it was before. There we go. So we've got my depot linked up. And then this bit here can be a signal there. That can be a signal here. Well, basically that signal will remain like that. That's kind of what I'm aiming for here. And then do a branch. Let's add the branch signals. So I did pause time basically, so yeah, well actually suddenly it didn't, well I guess it's not paused anymore, but I did pause it so time didn't continue too much, so it didn't go straight into problems and stuff. You know, just getting new trains even though y'all didn't see it. That's just misleading a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of what I did here. That viaduct's still really nice, so. But I'm not going to link this bit to here. That will cause mass chaos between lines. But obviously I can link it there like this. This bit's, I don't think that needs deleting. That's fine here. So iron ore's there. Machine's done. Should I do anything here? That's a good question. Because last video we built this bit, because that's going to be the line I think from Halifax to Saxondon. Is that what I was planning? Halifax to Saxondon. It's quite a hard one to think about. Or I think I did Gainsborough to, I think that was also what I was planning, to Bradford on Avon. A bit like a funny line going round. Even though it's like right next to each other in a freaking river. But I think I will build a bus connection in it for it to be quicker. But obviously I'm going to include other towns as well in that line here, going round the entire map. Railway to, if I did a railway to Gainsborough line, I would do that as well in the future. It's quite a bit of thinking, because what I might need to do is connect like the same way, like similar way to how I did it for the freights. But I'm not letting it go to this line here. That will cause disaster. I think in the future I might have to redo that bit, but for now it's alright. So yeah, I've got this bit here. I think I will use this line here, and then we will link, I think there's a point where we're going to link our passenger lines together and stop at Saxlondon and then down to Bradford-on-Avon, basically. Oh no, I can't actually, never mind, because Rayleigh to Bradford-on-Avon is going to take this line. And then Halifax to Bradford-on-Avon would take that. Okay, there's not much of a mess actually, I think we're fine. So, yeah. But we're never going to get much more for Weevelscombe though, because, you know, it's quite a lonely town, Weevelscombe itself, so, yeah. So yeah, it's not going to get much going on. Is there even any buses in this place? I don't think there's many. There's only 2 here. So yeah, this bit here is getting built. That has just been built, like that. But I think the only stuff I need to take care of is this bit here, basically. So I think what I'm planning to do is add a triangle, like a triangular junction between there and there, and maybe between there and there even. Or should I just link it up like that? Right, okay, so I am definitely building a triangle here. Definitely there needs a triangle. Like, needs a triangular junction. So I'm going to do 40, actually not 45, 30. What is stopping me from building? Okay, that's weird. And then I'm going to add this filter junction. And I don't think I'm ever going to branch anything else going this way though. I doubt it, so I'm just going to link it up like that. Or maybe add a triangle in the future if I need it. If I genuinely need it, so yeah. I might just keep going on at 30. And then, I think what I was planning to do is not actually add a junction there. I was planning to add like a bridge over it, and then I will build like a little bit more of an, it's a bit like a funny intersection, you know, if you think about it, because there are some like strange junctions out there, and that is kind of one of them, strange junctions. So yeah, I'm actually going to keep lifting that up. Okay, I'm going to just delete this bit here. I'm actually going to turn this to 45 at this point. Or should I do 50? Or 55? I actually don't know. I'll do 55 miles per hour. I don't think I've used it. And then I'm gonna put a bridge here. Definitely not that bridge. Oh heck no. A bridge, a casual bridge. Something like that. That's a nice bridge. Or something like that. I'm using this bridge here. And then this is just going to turn back to normal terrain. Because there will need to be junctions there for it to like properly function. And then we're going to do it like that. So we're actually going kind of over the line here. And then we're going to do that. And then that's it. We can go down into rain. That's 50 miles per hour, but I guess we'll slow down a bit there. Now, this part will just remain history, like a historical landmark. And then this can go up to 65, I would say. And this is going to be our new tunnel. $65 miles per hour going down this tunnel. I'll have to curve it maybe a bit there though. A bit like that. So yeah, this junction here will be historic. And then we're just going to do our funny sections, our funny-ish junctions. So we're going to just add a 30 mile an hour part there. So like this at first, and then what were we gonna do? Oh yeah, add a junction there from here. I think that's what I was planning. Again, add a bit of a 30 section. Actually, not the best place to put it. I'm actually not gonna put it there. I'm probably gonna add the junction. Like that, and then we can branch off there. That would make a lot of sense. There we go. And then, so we built this funny, it's a bit like a motorway junction. That's what it kind of looks like. But we could actually some way make a motorway junction though, like that. That would make it strange. Making it similar to a motorway junction. So yeah, this is what I've done here. And then I'm just gonna keep going at 65 down this way. This may be quite a long sort of episode. Or should I count this as an episode? Not the best timing personally here. I think that could do a bit better, but the best plan I can do here is just kind of make a straight part there, so we can link our fuel factory and then eventually turn. Have to do a freaking curve like that, unless I could just turn it down to 50 or 45, however I want it. And what was the original speed there? 75, okay. So I guess we'll do 75 to you then. I can. So what I'm gonna do here is link that track up to this way. So I'm gonna make another one of them funny like crossover there and a crossover there, and then make these two tracks split apart. So I'm gonna make this track whatever that says. It's a, what speed is this? 60. That's a little bit fast, but I guess it's fine. Let's go. There we go. Now I'm just gonna link this together. This needs to be a 30. What the hell? Actually, no. Right, let me do 25 here. 30 is a bit too quick there. Something like that, and then link this here. And then just link that part there. There we go, and yep. So the food should be linked, the bricks should be linked. I renamed that, by the way, Rayleigh Food Factory. Right, Bridlington bricks. Have I done the connection yet? Wait, where was that from? Brick Factory to Bridlington Cargo. Oh, I deleted that, didn't I? Right, okay, I need to do that. Bridlington Iron Ore, what? Oh, it may be because of that signal. I think it's because of the signals here. Oh, we need to do the other side, don't we? 25. Is that 30? I can't bloody remember the speeds. It's 25, I think. And then... okay. So, to the steel factory. That should be linking with... Man, that needs to link together. What's this? Friggin' heck. Alright, 30. Right, okay, that's good here. So, and then it goes here. And then it just goes down this way. And now we just need to link up our... all of that. That's quite a lot of drama going on with it. So, yeah, I'm going to add a junction that in some way would split into two a little bit. Oh, actually, what I do into two? Actually, no, I won't do that. Okay, so we have officially rebuilt this entire freight hub. So yeah, we've redone it, and I hope it's better. And first of all, I need to re-signal the entire parts. So yeah, I've done partially a bit of signaling. Right, go. And then that's to be fine the way it is here. And then I'm gonna add a signal there and one there. Should I do that? Actually, I'll do it there. Put a signal there, and then we are going to put, right, the signal's here already, so that's gonna do fine here. Then we're going to do this bit of signaling, and then add that. That is quite a small triangle, I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit worried. I'm actually kind of worried. Right, actually, no. I need to redo that. I need to redo this triangle. That's a bit too small. That's small. Oh, crap. Track. 75. Alright, let's put that there. Yeah, that needs a bigger triangle. That is just so bad. Alright, so 30 join here. Yeah, I think the triangle was just a bit too small, I think, for anyone's liking. I'm like wondering, I would wonder how would that triangle ever function? Because trains, I think this trains would be way too long for this triangle. You know, like that was just a bit too close. So yeah, I made it a bit further away for it to work. For it to work correctly. What the heck? Ah, right. Okay, alright, this is tried again. So there we go, we got a better one. Bigger, that's what we needed. And then put signal there. And then I'm going to add a signal right there. Not right there actually, not there. Where right, just where that bit of the bridge is. There we go. Signal there. And then do that, and that. And then that will just continue down the tunnels. That's perfectly there, and then okay, so this is how I wanted it to work, like that. That's perfect. Okay, so we've got all of this on there. Can have more signals. I hope I don't have to do this again, you know, like redo the whole design again, just to fix a slight traffic. Well, not really slight actually. I think it did need fixing. After my I think the entire thing just jammed all of a sudden. So yeah, that was the main cause of the issue. There we go. There we go. That's perfect. And we got only one line so far. That's a freight train using our passenger line. And then we're going to use this bit here to do this entire bit there. That's kind of how I wanted it to work. So at least I can actually get passengers and freight going through this line, because this is a beautiful viaduct. Like, just look at that. This is ace. Right, so before all production goes down, I am going to now, and first of all, I am just going to add my train lines. So Halifax train depot. I'm gonna use my class 110s. What is all? Okay, what's the train for that passenger line here? Is it class 104? What train is that? What is this train? Does it show me? Like, what train is this? What train did I use for this? I think that is a class 104, so I'm gonna use a class 110. Right, let me actually check out what this sounds like. I'm guessing that is a class 104, so right. I'm gonna use some class 110s. I'm gonna use the blue livery because that's kind of what we like to use every now and then. So I'm gonna use this train for right. Oh yeah, I need to do my other trains before this goes bloody bankrupt. Oh my god. Before literally everything goes bankrupt. So, what I need to do first is add... Right, which line do I want to do first? Bridlington Brick, so I'm just going to use... I'm kind of going to do it in some kind of order. I'm going to use this in blue, like that. And then it's a brick, so we need to use them. I'm not really sure how long these are. Right, so 162 for Bridlington Bricks. How long is this station? Is this is that like 160, I think? Is that about 160 or is that 120? Yeah, that's 160, so... I just lost progress there, oh no. PR blue, there we go. I think I may just have to cram it a little bit. It's not the best idea in the world to do that, but yeah. We're just going to use that for the brick. And then we got to do Bridlington iron ore. So I'm going to use a class 37 again, but with BR green. And then iron ore is by gondolas. So how long is this station here? That 160. Is that 200? Is that 240 actually? Is that 200 meters? I can't actually tell. I think that's 200. Did I use 200 on that? Without me realizing? Or did I upgrade it, maybe? So either way it is 200. And then our steel station is... That is 160, I think. So it's quite a controversial one actually. So I don't think I can do 200, but I can do 160 at least. Like with that, and then send that for iron ore. Next is tools, so Bridlington tools. So I think it needs to be a class 47 green. Oops, not like that. Right, class 47, and then add my coaches. Got bloody Mark 2s. Mark 1, Mark 2As. Man, these look good. I would use them maybe on another series, maybe not this series. I could do it maybe in the next series or the series after, because this map isn't big enough for a really big express service. I don't think this map is big enough, so yeah. Right. I need Since it's tools, I need them. Boxcars. 52. 65. Oh, 160 exact. So no breakdown station here is 200. Cargo drop off is 200 here. And then our tools factory is, I think that's 160. It's actually longer. That's longer, so that's another strange one. So this one is 240, I believe that. That's 240, so yeah, that's a bit far off. Right. Okay, let's do that bit again. I hate doing this. And then, next, we need to do Easingwold Oil. So, Easingwold Oil Station, how long is that? It might not be very long at all. That's 160, and my fuel factory is... Again, it's long. It's 240. Was that 200? That's... I think that's more accurate. That's 200, so... Right, okay, that'll have to be that. So we need to, again, use a Class 47 blue, BR blue, and then use our tank card. 6.8, it's a bit much. There we go. Oil. And then we are going to add Halifax food and Halifax fuel. Wallingford planks wireless. Okay, so Halifax food and Halifax fuel. So what is Halifax's cargo station length then? That's probably about 160, isn't it? That's about 160, I believe. That's about 160, I'd say. And then that station itself is that even 160? Or is this actually less? Oh no, that's 200. Wait. Oh, that station's 200, Halifax. I think it's 200. It's about 200, I think. Alright, let me check with this. That's 200 meters for Halifax, so we'll need. Well, I guess we'll get quite a long train. And I think we go back to the green. So what were we doing first? The food or the fuel? Food. But how long's the food factory? I need to do that first. Freaking hell. I forgot how long that was. That's 200 as well, I think. I think it is 200. Yep. So, yeah, we can get a 200 meter long train. $201 just for 169. What? Okay. Yeah, let's be a bit cheeky here. Let's do that. Food and fuel. And then for the BR blue, there we go. Oops. And then for the fuel factory, I'm pretty sure that said 200. So I'm going to do it again, 200 meters. $201, I could just barely afford that. I can't even afford that. Oh, that's pretty much all of our money gone here. Oh, yeah, that's really gone to waste. Fuel. Oh, we're screwed. We are screwed. But should I just use a loan? I think I might have to borrow a little bit of stuff. I'm sorry guys, but I think I will have to go back to this problem. Because this really just isn't enough. 50 million, I think we'll have to do. So, Right, okay, let's do a new train then. Right, okay, so now what's our next one? Wallingford planks, wireless coop, fuel, food. So we need Wallingford planks. So I think it was BR Blue. I need to use that one for the planks. So I'm actually going to make it kind of affordable. I'm going to assume this is about 160, so I'm going to get just one of them for Wallingford planks. $163. I think I'll just be a bit cheeky again and make it a bit longer than the stations. I bet they're about 160 then. Wallingford planks, and then I need to do wireless comb, food and fuel. About 160 at least. And I think that's it. That's for food. And then for fuel. $105, that's not much, but eventually we are going to kind of upgrade it. And then send that train for the fuel. Right, okay, all of our trains are finally sent. So yeah, I think all the cargo and all that business is going to be screwed for a bit. Until the trains are sort of getting ready, they're all coming. So this is our first train. This is Halifax Fuel. How long have we gone in the video? 52 minutes, that's surprisingly long. But yeah, this is quite a big change for a really messy situation. Did I just screw up something? Ah, wait, so I think we need to just send this one after that one comes. Because I think I set this for 60 seconds. Once that gets to Bridlington, I'll send my second train to go here. -5, what the hell? Oh, I think we're going in another domino effect. That's not a good sign. Yeah, that's not good. -9. Oh. I think we might be screwed, guys. I don't know. This series is probably screwed. So this is that, and now I'm just gonna send this over. Relay to Halifax Regional. Yeah, this makes me annoyed. I don't want to cheat and just increase the freaking value, because I'm not like that. I don't want to be like that. I want to make it fair and square. We still got bloody other trains for it to wait. Oh God, help me. Right, okay, I think maybe that could be a problem because that's slowing down things a lot. So actually, I'm going to just turn them all to load of available. Maybe that wasn't a problem. I think it was just generally the traffic. Halifax fuel. I think it is. I think these are the kind of the consequences for using a full hub, a freight hub. That can cause traffic and problems like this all the time. And it's kind of a consequence for this kind of stuff. It's kind of a consequence. 71, 75. Halifax freight drop off. Minus 18. That's still worrying. Freight drop off. Honestly, look at all of these lines. This is hectic. It's really just causing more of a deficit more than anything. It's a death for me, this. What's our main problems? Apparently the oil line. What the heck? And then Halifax Fuel's second main cause. What the heck? We're still getting trains on its way though. We are still getting a lot of trains on its way. Like, that should earn us a bit of money, that. That should help us earn. How did that just make things worse? What the... Minus 22, right. Right, okay, that did just 3 million. And that practically did nothing. 21. Minus 15, okay. Right, minus... Oh, for God's sake. How are we going to survive this crisis? How are we going to survive this crisis? Again, it's like a living crisis. Well, I have to resort to this. Just randomly increasing the number of money. That is just worrying. Like, I think we could just somehow wait until everything adjusts. That's quite a lot of food for Halifax, 158. Minus 16. Minus 14, minus 13. Minus 12. Okay, minus 16. Minus 15. At least all of our trains are out of the depot. Minus 15 million. Oh. Minus 16. -9. Ooh, we're going up. We're increasing. -9. Oh, okay. I think that's a good sign. -9. -6. -6. -5. That's a really good sign, guys. -5. Oh, went down a bit. -8. Just still in the minuses a little bit. Minuses. -7. I think that's going to do quite a lot here. It's going to do quite a bit. 8 million. Oh, heck, we're on edge. -1. -1 still. -1. Oh, yep, we're going up. We're going up now. Oh. Oh my god. Alright, -3. Alright, try again. -3, -3, -3. That ruined the moment for a sec. -3. It just went down by that much. Jeez. Oh, it's beating us up again, I think. -6. Oh, heck. Yep, that's a problem with bloody finances. That's why I used to literally do no cost mod. That's what I used to do. That's one of the reasons why, so I don't have to end up doing this all the time. But since I am making vids now, I'm gonna add more effort to them, not just cheating all the time. I just want to make sense and stuff. I don't see any traffic going on, which is good. But why is it still just doing that? You know, causing that all that debt. Okay, -5. -4. Oh, yep, -3. Oh my god. This is like a roller coaster. Like random things just pop up. What's gonna happen? -3. Oh my god. Guys, we did it. We did it, guys. 11 million. We're into the millions again. We're into the positives. We're phased. We're not in the bloody negatives that much anymore. There we go. Super. Heck yeah. Right, 11 million. But I need it to increase until I will repay my loan. That's what I'm going to do. I might do a bit now, actually. Kind of gradually, though. Not like in a freaking instant. Okay, went down a bit. So if I'm actually going to save it so it doesn't crash on me. Season 2. There we go. Oh, okay. We're in just 1 million. Something might happen. That's still quite on edge here. Alright, we're in the negatives again. Oh. We'll have to do it like that. We are getting more positives than negatives though. -2. Alright, it's the lines getting a little bit better. Yes, they are. And now that oil line isn't much of a problem. What's my most profitable? That's my most profitable line. That was my main problem, apparently, that. No, it's just the wireless coon lines, you know, the delivery lines. I think that's the only ones that kind of suck a little bit, but the production lines really do good. To 3 million. Right, where's my headquarters? Right, so it's still kind of like that. I'm not really sure if it's going to increase or not. Like it might, but it's still going a bit of a deficit. I'm actually going to put time on again. There we go. Wait, there's like no trains available around here apparently. That's a bit odd. There's literally no trains going through there. Interesting. Okay, we're into kind of the minuses a little bit again. -7. Okay, we're kind of down again. -11, -10. Come on, keep increasing. -9. -7. Oh. At this point, I think we should. I don't want to stress too much now, but we did sort of do something. So at least we're not all in debt, you know. We didn't stay in debt. We did go to the positives for a little bit. And then we went down again, but I think it will increase again as I am repaying my entire loan. I'm repaying this massive loan because I just had to get 2 freaking trains. Oh, I think 2 or 3 different lines done because I didn't have enough. Oh my god. Right, so this was an hour long, but we technically didn't do much new things, you know, like adding a new line or whatever. We were just revamping our line like we did, I think, before. We did something like that once, you know, because obviously there was a bunch of issues, and I think it was just a couple lines. And I revamped it then, and then I need to revamp it, because, again, more issues as we get more trains into lines and stuff like that. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you later in my SCR video. So yeah, I'll see you then, guys. See yous.